Hi guys and welcome. Today I'm going to be making a meat-free jollof rice with just egg, and it's really easy. I have my spices, I have ginger, I have garlic, I have egg, I have onions, I have tomato paste and some fresh tomato my mom processed on her own. And you can dice your onions, you can dice your garlic, you can dice, cut it just cut it up in the way you like. It doesn't really matter if it's in any way, just cut it in the way that you can fry it and in a way that you enjoy. So I just cut everything up, the garlic, the ginger and the onions, as long as I can fry it, because most of the time you don't even see it in the meal, so it doesn't really matter how big or small it is. And the next thing I'm going to do is pound my ginger with a mortar and pestle. It is popular in Nigeria, it's popular probably in Africa. I don't really know much about the whole of Africa, but I know in Nigeria it is popular, and it's an alternative if you can't afford a blender. It helps with a lot of things, not everything a blender can do, but at least most things. So I just pound my ginger till it's crushed to my desired texture, to my desired whatever. And you can crush it more, you can use a blender if you have, you can just fry it like that. But I really don't like seeing chunks of ginger because ginger is a lot stronger than garlic and onions. So I just set that aside, which was a big mistake, by the way, because I forgot to put it in the meal. So here I have my chicken oil, in case you're thinking about all those chunks in. It's the oil I used to fry chicken before, and I am trying to caramelize my onion and my garlic, and I'm going to use thyme and curry to caramelize it because I want it to release the flavor, and thyme and curry just makes the whole place smell nice and also helps it release good flavor. I didn't show where I put the thyme and curry, I'm really sorry, but I did that. And then I put my tomato paste, and I want it to release its acidity or whatever, so just keep stirring till it's like this. And here I'm going to add the spices. You can add the spices later on. I don't technically have some kind of set timetable. The first thing I do is put in the onions and the garlic and everything, and then I put in the tomato, but there's no this. And this is a tomato my mom makes. She makes it for the house. It lasts over a year without the refrigerator. It can last in your cupboard, it can last in your tabletop, wherever, and it's really fresh, and she processed it all by herself. So it has been a lifesaver for me because that saved me a lot of money. I had 2 bottles before, and this is the last one. So here I put in 2 hard-boiled eggs because I want the sauce to get into the eggs, because it gives it this special flavor that I absolutely love and I learned from school, from university. So I really like it, and I just put that in first, and then I add that tomato paste that my mom made that I absolutely love again, and I just mix it up till I get it to the desired consistency I want. And this is what it turns out to be, but I think I added a little water just so that it's a little more malleable or whatever. And then I put in the crayfish. I love crayfish. I think most people do, but not everybody. So if you're cooking for somebody other than you, you should ask them if they like crayfish, if they like onions and all those things. And then I put in my stock cubes. Even if I tried so hard not to show food labels or product labels or names, I put my stock cubes. I put 2 stock cubes. You can put whichever amount you like. No, whichever is healthy that you like. And so I set the sauce aside, and I covered the egg in the sauce so that it's quicker for the sauce to sink into the egg or to marinate the egg. It is really nice, trust me. So I just set that aside and prepare my rice. I wash my rice, and after I wash my rice, which I won't show here, I will put this back on heat. And here is me putting it back on the stove, and just take it off the egg, and I will add water. Please add hot water, although I use cold water throughout this, but if you have a way of getting water, please add hot water. And then I've just added the hot water, mix, and let it start bubbling, or let it start boiling, or let it start jumping. No stews or African stews, they always, when they start cooking well, the oil starts splashing, and that's really it's not really safe, but that's how you know it's boiling or whatever. So this is my washed rice, and I'm going to add it to. This is a face reveal. Hiya! I'm going to add the washed rice to the boiling over stew, please. Ah, well, so I'm just going to put this into the stew or the sauce, the tomato sauce, because it's not really a stew, but it's a tomato sauce, and I'm going to mix this up. Normally I set this down and mix it properly, so I'm going to bring it down from the stove, mix it properly, put it back on the stove so that everything is incorporated, put it back on the stove and add water so it can properly cook. And here you add hot water, please. Even though I use cold water, don't be like me, don't be silly like me. I am really, I did not try. But you put your water, and I changed the pot because I realized I did not want to use this pan to properly cook this, and I forgot. So I just put the crayfish, extra crayfish, because crayfish is mad, like mad good. And I changed the pot, put it in the pot. And this is it. At this point I remember that I had not added my ginger, so I had to add my ginger. And I just mix that up so it gets into the food and cooks. And I'll cover that up and let it get as soft as I want. You can always add a little more spices if you care for. I added spices off camera because I didn't want you guys to put too much salt in case you don't like, so I didn't want you to judge my own salt intake. So I added spices, please. So I just added the spices, and I think I turned up the heat at this point because it was at my desired. And you can see that the rice at the bottom is a lot more colorful than the rice on top. So you have to bring this down and mix properly so that everything is incorporated and everything is exactly the same thing, because you don't want the rice at the top being jealous of the rice at the bottom because it's getting a little more color, you know. So I just mix that, and your rice is cooked once the water is dried out though. So here I'm just using the pan I used to fry the sauce and all those things to fry my egg. I put in the egg. I love sunny side up egg most of the time, and I'm putting my special spice that I made. I didn't really make, but I mixed a bunch of spices together and got this perfect flavor for my sunny side up eggs. Just my eggs, I love it, so I use it for my eggs. And after that, you plate your food in my ceramic plate. That is my grandfather's one, but I absolutely love, and you are going to be seeing a lot of it because that's the only good plate I have. So and this is how it looks. It's pretty for me, shao, because I showed it to my boyfriend and he was like, he doesn't really like it because he doesn't like sunny side up. He doesn't like runny eggs and runny egg yolks, but I love it. So here I am tasting it. You can see how burnt and horrible the bottom of that egg looks. It tastes better, I promise, honestly, and it's crunchy. It gives it that crunchy I don't know why I was just putting itself in the camera. I had no idea, but I could not retake the first video of me eating it now, so I just had to put it. And this is it, and this is the egg. So I'm trying to show you, even though I didn't, let's say, marinate that much in the stew, but this is how the egg looks. You can look at the color. It is absolutely different from a white egg. I should have left a white egg so I can compare, like a normal hard-boiled egg. And trust me, the skin, the white of the egg is nice. It's a little bit chewy. And you can see that ring at the edge of the egg. That's where the sauce got into, and if you leave it, it gets deeper and deeper, and it just makes wonderful experience. I mostly leave it overnight in my stew before I make my rice, honestly, and it is amazing. So that is all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.